Okay, and we are live. Hi, guys. Good morning, good afternoon from Canada, good evening from the UK. Hi, everyone.
Good
Happy
evening.
weekend. It's been an amazing week for all those of you who have followed suit. And remember, I always say gratitude matters. So, no matter what you've done for the week, whether you achieve your goals or not, you are still a winner. As long as you're alive and you're living, there is always hope for the better days. So this morning or this afternoon, I have my able business partner, like I wrote on my page. One would think, wow, what is someone like Dr. Lawrence doing in an online space? So we're going to hear directly from him why he chose to be here. Hi, Dr. Lawrence. Nice to meet you. Thank you for honoring my invitation.
Okay, yeah, nice to be here, and thanks for inviting me and for having me on your platform as well to come and share my experiences and also the life-changing experiences that we're going through since I started this digital business. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a quick one. Let's know who you are,
yeah.
a little bit about yourself.
Okay, yeah. So as you just said, I'm Lawrence Amawa. I'm originally from Ghana, but at the moment I live with my family, my wife and my two beautiful girls, Asada and Ishra. We live in the UK, Kent to be precise. And I am a chartered health and safety practitioner and also a company director for a busy construction firm based in an area called Essex in the UK. So I came across this digital business about 6 months ago, and I started looking into it. For me, I think it took me a while before I actually started the business because I was very skeptical initially. And I think as we go on, the conversation develops. We're probably going to be talking about some of these things. And as part of my experiences as well and my qualifications, I also hold a PhD in occupational health and safety, and I specialized in building safety and also fire engineering as well. Yeah.
Awesome. And one would think, oh, with the PhD, he's all made. Hold on. Come on. Okay, just a quick one because I always tell people a good
Yeah.
man leaves inheritance for his children. Knowing
Yeah.
you have your PhD, you've been an
Yeah.
amazing and doing awesome in health and safety department. One
Yeah.
would think, okay, the children's future is already assured. Like you have no business whatsoever being an online space. So what really
Yeah.
like inspired you to take that step to own something in a digital world?
Yeah. So I think for me, it is about having a bit of a change in my life. Growing up in a very big family in Ghana, I come a family of nine. My dad and my mom, and also seven siblings, including myself. So for me, when I was growing up, life was very challenging. It was very challenging growing up because my dad had to juggle a lot of things around when we needed something to be able to pay for the bills and to be able to provide for our needs when we're growing up. So for myself, when I had this opportunity, I've still got younger siblings that I'm still supporting in my current situation, which I believe that a lot of Africans and a lot of people coming from our background, our part of the world, have got kind of similar stories or very similar challenges. They've got families that they still support back home, and also they've got some planning in place when they decide that in future they want to retire, they can go home back to. So for me, even though I have got a very, with all due respect or with all the humility, I have got a very successful career as a company director and with a PhD as well. But there is a saying in our local language, maybe a lot of people might not understand, that literally translation means the sea, when it rains, the sea still receive rain or still receives droplets of water. So, in as much as how much money that you're getting, the needs of individuals are insatiable. You
Yeah.
can never meet your needs or your requirements. And the more you get, if you are very honorable, you're a very passionate person, you are a very empathetic person, you tend to help and support other people, especially your loved ones, your friends, and your colleagues. And that's the kind of person that I am. I'm able to support. So I'm able to lend that helping hand So at the end of the day, all the money that you probably be making or be earning from your normal 9 to 5 or your normal 8 to 5 work, it is all dwindled away. It is all washed away because of the various commitments that you've got and the bills that we have to pay. So for me, having this digital business as a side hustle, for me, I believe that it is a necessity for everybody out there to have a side hustle, because looking around the world, the kind of the cost and the standard of living, things are becoming very expensive. Last Monday in the UK, the a liter of diesel crossed £2.06 a liter of diesel, and it is just broken the Guinness Book of Records. It's never happened in the history of the UK. So everybody in the UK is feeling the pinch, considering that everything that has to be sold or has to be bought has to be transported either by road or by rail. So it uses fuel or uses diesel or some sort. So it affects everyone. So because of all these economic hardships, all these crises, and the issue with what we've gone through over the past couple of years, a lot of businesses are moving away from working in hard buildings and hard offices and providing flexibility for their employees to be able to work from home and to be able to work remotely. So for me, starting this digital business, I think it is a necessity for me, and I'd recommend it to everybody who is watching us and who is listening to us out there.
What you said about the gas price last week Monday, I was just telling my husband I'm going to Tesla. Thank God, thank
Yeah,
God
yeah,
they saw this vision before now to make
yeah,
the electric
yeah.
cars. And what they've done in Toronto is to open up more charging points for people
Point.
so you
Yeah,
can charge your cars. So we are now going
exactly. Yeah.
electrical.
Hmm.
So I told my husband definitely I'm going to do my test drive on Tesla,
Yeah.
you know,
Hmm.
because everyone is going digital. So imagine here we have I think before now we have about few, but now
Yeah.
they've done more,
Yeah.
and they make it public so that when you drink your car and you know where the spots are. And yesterday there's this bread that is widely known in America, broche
Yeah.
bread. I buy
Hmm.
the bread for $1 and some cents.
Yeah.
Yesterday I bought the bread over $4 and some cents, and I was screaming.
Yeah. Exactly. So
And this is
it
what we
is.
buy all the time. Everyone enjoys that bread, like from my family back in America to
Yeah.
us here. And
Yeah.
broche bread is already $4 and some cents. So
Yeah.
the inflation it cut across every aspect of our lives, you
Yes.
know.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
Yeah.
and someone would say, like, when you say like we have the obligations to help people back home, I think that is more like us, Africa, like a lot of us, not
A
really
lot of
Africa,
us. Yeah.
everyone,
Yeah.
when we are doing and back home, they don't care about your 9 to 5. All they know you have a job, so you have to
Exactly.
provide.
Yeah.
You know, you don't give them excuses because they
Yeah.
believe you're doing well. When you're in
Yeah.
Western world,
Yeah.
everything is perfect for you there, so you have to
Exactly.
consider
Yeah.
them as well. So we
Hmm.
have the obligations as much as we can to
Yeah.
take care of our people here and also back home and also pay our bills and not to fall short.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Exactly.
moving from
Exactly. Yeah.
our family now, what does this stand for you, for your kids? Like, where do you see this business with your children?
I think for me, starting this business, it is giving me that level of flexibility, and also with that sort of the additional revenue that I'm earning from this particular job, because hitherto I was not able to be able to afford to pay for my daughter, my older daughter, who is so much interested to be able to go for horse riding lessons, because I had very important commitments, which were I had to what you call it, I had to attend to, than just horse riding lessons. So I had to apportion it. But since starting this online business or this digital business is giving me that level of comfort, I'm able to provide for their needs. And also, she does attend swimming classes as well, or swimming lessons, which is also helping her to be able to develop the life and the social skills, which I believe that she requires in life. That will also help her. She's also able to attend extra tuition, which I'm paying for. And over the past months since I started, she's been attending the tuition and she's done brilliantly. Recently, they wrote their SAT examinations and she did very well. She also did her 11 plus, which qualifies her to be able to go to secondary school. And she got admission into one of the best secondary school in Kent that we live in. And all was made possible because of this digital business, that additional revenue and the income that I'm getting from it. So I think for me, another thing aspect of it is that where we see this or this business become a legacy business. Because
Yeah.
when you are able to run this business and you run it successfully, you are committed, you are focused on it, you put in your 100% of your 10% because we've got the 90%, all the heavy lifting is done for you. If you are able to put in that effort, when your children are of legal age in the UK is 18 years. I don't know what it is in Toronto. So in the UK it's 18 years. They will be able to take over when you, the parent, or you, the guardians, you are no longer around. They will be able to assist you. So recently, my daughter, she saw me in one of these videos that I was doing, and she was inclined. She was, yeah, interested. Yeah, because she was on the behind the camera taking my videos. And she said, Daddy, can I join you to do the video? I said, why not? If you want to join in. So she joined me and yeah, we did a video. And yeah, it was a very successful video that we did. So gradually I'm introducing her to it. And by the time that she gets to that legal age where she is able to assist me fully and also to be able to run this, if I'm no longer around, then she will be able to take up the mantle, just like any other business that
Yeah.
you've got on the side. If you've got a house, you can pass it on to them as an inheritance. If you've got any property, you can pass it on to them as an inheritance. The same way, this business, because of its legitimacy, you will be able to pass it on to your kids as an
Um,
inheritance for them to be able to run whilst you are no longer around. And if you are still around, they can help you to run it as well. So for me, I think it's a win-win situation. I'm making a business. I'm getting that other the regular income or the revenue from it, and it's also helping me to be able to set up for the future of my kids. And I believe that is something that everybody has to consider as well. In as much as I'm doing that as well, for me, for my golden years, for my
yeah.
retirement, it helps me to be able to plan comfortably for it. About 3 years ago, I didn't have any gray hair, but now I've seen that I'm graying. The gray over the gray hair is just came from nowhere. I don't know where it came from. All of a sudden, I'm just covered in gray hair. So for me, it is very important. It's very necessary for me to be able to plan towards my future. And also,
Yeah.
as long as providing a good future for my kids, I need to plan for my golden years, for my retirement, so that in my old age, when I'm unable to be able to do all the running around, attending, because at the minute I have to drive for every morning. I have to drive for about almost 1.5 hours to get to work. And probably if there is a delay or there's any traffic, you have to drive probably about another 2 hours after work to be able to get back home. And with this business on the side, when it gets to the point where what do you call it, I'm making a lot of income, you are making a lot of income from it, then you can make the decision whether you want to continue doing your 9 to 5 work or doing this, or you can combine the two. I love my day job, so I'm probably going to be combining the two. But I know there are a lot of people who are in our business community, over 122,000 of us who have made that bold decision, who are doing this full time, and they are
Yeah.
making 4, 5, 6 figures at the end of every month. So it's a
Yeah.
no-brainer at all, guys. Just contact us and let us help you to be able to help yourself. If you don't make that step, nobody will be able to support you or be able to help you. You are the only one who can change your destiny. Take it into
Yeah.
your own hands and make that change. Contact us so we can help you.
Hi, a quick one. Hi, Maria, watching from Netherlands. Hello. Okay, so quick one, like from what you said, for me now it's my
Yeah,
full time. So I tell people
exactly.
like my career is my plan B because I, for a
Yeah,
person, like I want to be present in the early years of my children's life. So when they're
yeah,
grown and gone, I can still do my career if I'm bored too. So for right
yeah,
now, is my full time and I'm
exactly.
enjoying it.
Yeah,
It's like what you said about legacy, like for the children. I always that's the beauty of it, right? I have
yeah,
like someone young coming to my team this week,
yeah,
and when she shared to me, she's 20 years, and she told
Okay.
me she's already tired of working hard.
20 years. Oh, wow.
Yes. And not, not all the kids are privileged to have their parents foot all the bills. So she get
That's
to
true.
work and do her school. So now
Hmm.
she wants to be so in because she want to help her family. She want to help a lot of people tied to her, and she's just 20.
Yeah.
So, and I tell someone, we can't work forever. There's this, yes, like even the Bible said, there's a time for everything.
Everything. Yeah.
You mean the time you do your 9 to 5, and that's the time you want to sit down at the
Yeah.
beach and enjoy
Mhm.
what you worked for. And if
Exactly.
we have just one stream of income, when
Hmm.
you are there, you will want the government to put your bills, or you want something, someone else, your children can't be your retirement plan because they have their
Exactly.
own life to live.
Yeah.
So this is, and
That's
for
very
me,
true.
that's for me the huge opportunity that anyone has given me so far. So I get to put my full time in it to get it rolling now, because
Yeah.
now, like you said, even my daughter is already introduced to it. We just went
Yeah.
out for breakfast and she's telling me, we need to take pictures, you need to do videos.
There you go. Yeah.
And I'm telling her,
Exactly.
I have a meeting at 1. Let's start going. She's like, Mom, we have to get this done because this is what you're
Yeah.
going to use for the week. So this
Hmm.
is also me building my child to get used to running her business, running
Yeah.
and taking over this business from me. And
Yeah.
the beauty is the fact that I am not sending her to go clean a shop or a mall out there.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
It's still something they enjoy using. They are
Yeah.
still going to use and run the business. That is the
Yeah.
beauty of it. So when the young lady was sharing about like how she's so pumped to run her business, to get things going because of her family
Hmm.
background, and she's like, she can already see the people, the life she's going to change through this. So back to the next why. you
Yeah.
know when you said, you talked about the family, the obligations back home, your siblings, you need to help. Now
Hmm.
your kids, now the privilege you've also given your child to learn the swimming, to
Exactly. Yeah.
develop her social skills. Because
Yeah.
prior to now, daddy will be busy trying to get all the all the money
Exactly.
and no time for them.
Yeah.
Like now, what is your experience knowing the fact that you've given your child, we are so busy that we don't get to, help them develop their social
Hmm.
skills. That's so true.
Yeah.
We are so busy, we don't get to have time for all that. So now, looking at where you are now, you look at your child doing the swimming classes, you look at your child doing what they love to do, because definitely you are developing that aspect that they may love to follow throughout their career. How do
Yeah.
you feel as a father?
For me, it is very satisfying, and it is very fulfilling because the last thing I will probably hate, because when I was talking about coming from a bigger family when I was growing up in Ghana, I remember one time I went to my dad, and that was the time that you started computers are started coming around. So I went to my dad. It was after secondary school education. After I completed my secondary school education, I told my dad I had never touched a computer before, had never used a computer before. And I said to my dad, is it possible for you to pay for me to go for a computer classes or computer lessons, even though we didn't have a computer at home? And what my dad said to me, you realize that you've got 6 other siblings who are going to be resuming and going to school at the same time. So there's a lot of juggling that I have to do. So you also made a request for me to buy you new shoes, new uniform, and a new school bag. So now, if I want to go for computer lessons, then there has to be an opportunity cost. Something has to give. So which
Mhm.
has to give? And unfortunately, yeah, something that I requested earlier on, either what you call it, the new school uniform or the shoes or the bag that I requested, one of it has to be forfeited. So yeah, I had to forfeit my school shoes, but even though my shoes were a bit worn out, yeah, I was still able to manage it for that term. So for me, it is that ability for me to be able to provide my kids, not having to make such decisions where my dad had to make. And I understand him now. Now that I'm in the same I'm in his shoes now. I'm a father and I've got kids. I fully understand where he was coming from now, because at the time I was only a child. So all that I needed, like every other kid, they think that their parents have got all the money in the world. And when they ask for anything, they expect their mom and the dad to just provide for it by the click of a finger. But now that I'm in that same position, I now feel how my dad was feeling when I was at that age and requesting for that particular items to be paid for me. So now I have got that purchasing power, that ability to be able to provide the needs the needs of my kids, and that gives me that level of satisfaction. As I speak to you now, my older daughter has gone on a school trip, and the school trip wasn't cheap.
Mm-hmm.
They're only gone for 3 days. They're only gone for 3 days, and it set me back almost £500 just for 3 days. Exactly. So it's not cheap at all. But
Yeah.
all of these things, yeah, I've been able to pay for these things. I've been able to afford these things because of that additional income. Otherwise, I would have probably made exactly the same decision.
Yep.
Say to her, you have to make a choice between whether you want a new tablet or you want to go for your tuition lessons. Which one is more
Exactly.
important? And I would have opted for her to go for the tuition lessons and to forfeit so that additional income that I'm earning, that is mind blowing, and it is what is keeping me going and pushing in this business, committing my time and committing myself to it. Even though I'm a very busy person on a Monday to Friday, when I come home, I still have to put in the time to be able to do it. On the weekends, as obviously the weekend I'm on here with you, I still have to put in the time to be able
Yeah.
to encourage people out there. Because one thing about me as well, I have always I've always wanted to be a leader. And obviously, being a leader, you learn more, obviously, to be able to inspire other people, to be able to learn, to be able to do more, and to be able to become more of themselves,
Mhm.
to become more of themselves. So that sort of satisfaction that I do get when I get my new business partners joining me and me taking them the training, taking them through the mentorship to be able to help them, to be able to guide them, to be able to set up and run their own business until they reach and hit these milestones. Those are
Mhm.
the things that keep me going because it also makes me fulfilled as an individual and as a person and also as a digital business owner as well.
Yeah, like I shared with someone, you don't just come in and we leave you alone. We work with your
Yeah.
goals. What are the
Hmm.
plans you have? What
Yeah.
are the goals? We all work
Hmm.
together to make you achieve it. Because that's the beauty of
Yeah.
it for me. I always tell people why I'm always excited about it is because someone held my hand, pulled me
Yeah.
through, made sure I
Hmm.
was successful and I was ready to lead others. So now
Yeah.
leading people, like what you said, it gives you a lot of hope. It leaves a lot of satisfaction knowing that
Yeah.
there's a lot of families you're touching from just being on your phone, from just being on
Yeah.
your laptop. So
Yeah.
quickly,
Yeah.
before we summarize, how easy is
Yeah.
it for someone to get on board with this?
Ah, for me, I think the processes that we've got in place is probably one of the easiest that you can go through. Basically, if you want to join, what you have to do, you look for us, you contact us. Once you've contacted us, we will send you onto our website, and it's very straightforward, very easy. Once you go onto our website, all you need to do is to enter your name and your email address. Once you've entered your name and your email address, it will take you onto a thank you page. When you go onto the thank you page, you will be able to watch our complimentary or free webinar. And after watching the free webinar, that webinar is going to explain all the business modules, but I call it a master plan. And it's also explain all the pillars and the social marketing strategies that we help or we use to be able to leverage the social media platforms. If you look at the various social media platforms combined, you've got the likes of Facebook, you've got the likes of YouTube, you've got the likes of LinkedIn, you've got Pinterest, you've got Instagram. All these social media platforms combined have got regular users or active users over 4 billion at the end of every month. So that is the best place for every business to be. And that is where we are. We are helping you to be able to leverage it. So once you've watched the free webinar, going back to what I was talking about, you watch the free webinar, then you can scroll down on the page and connect with us on Facebook. And also, if you want to move ahead and to register, there is also a button that you can click to say it says join our success team now. Once you click on that, it will take you to the next stage. You follow that, and obviously you are able to register. And once you've registered, you're going to get automated email. You're also going to have all our contacts, which are going to be sent to you in your email address. And you've also got access and notification where it will remind you about our regular webinars that we have on a weekly basis, on a Monday, on a Wednesday, Tuesdays, and also on Thursdays, depending on whichever location. If you are unable to watch the live webinars on Tuesdays and Thursdays, there is always a replay, which you will get a notification of it, and you will be able to watch it. So that's how simple it is for you to be able to get started. And once you've started, you will be allocated your own mentor. You'll be allocated your coach. If you join any of us, either Sonia or myself, we will be your mentors or your coaches, respectively, and we will help you. We will guide you. We will hold you by the hand and make sure that you are able to start your own and run your own successful digital business at all. We're not going to leave you in the dark. We're going to support you.
Okay, guys, you hear it. So here we are teams. We're not just running a solo game here. We're teams. And like I always say, if you're a parent out there, if you're a single person out there, I have singles in my team.
Mhm.
If you're a parent and
Yeah,
a single person out there, there is limitation with 9 to 5. We all know that. We don't pray for
yeah,
anything to happen, but in case of any eventualities, there is always room for plan B. Always room for plan
yeah,
B. We are what more. When the Bible said, go into the world, increase and multiply, he's just saying us to go and reproduce whatever thing God has given unto us. So we have our time, to reproduce, which God has given us. This business, you can actually do 1 hour or
yeah,
2 hours with your plan B, and it's working for you.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
doctor said,
exactly.
he does the 10%, 90% is done already for you. You're just doing the 10% of it,
Yeah,
which is you being your own CEO. So now, guys,
yeah,
the ball is in your court. It's your choice. I always tell people
mhm,
we bring this to you not because we want to force you to, but because as leaders we can keep it to ourselves. When you've done a lot of
exactly,
businesses and you failed in it, you spent money and you see the one that works, you can hold back than to share to the world.
exactly. Yeah,
So, guys, we're
yeah,
gonna let you have an
yeah,
amazing weekend, and we
yeah,
let them awesome week. God is gonna bless in the new week. I always inspire you guys for the new week. Write down visions, make it plain, and pray about it. All is well, even though you're not where you want to be. Make sure
yeah,
that you put the work one brick at a time. Is gonna stand. The beginning is always messy. The middle, there's always bumps around, but the end is always a glorious celebration. Have an amazing weekend, guys, and God bless you all.
yeah.
And to my ever guest,
Yeah.
Doctor, I appreciate your time so much. Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much for
having me.
choosing to
Thanks
be
for
here.
having me. Yeah.
And have an
Yeah. Thanks
amazing
for
day.
having me.
Bye,
Yeah. You
guys.
too. Everyone. Yeah. Have a good weekend and take care of yourselves. God bless.